viewers and listeners out there on the Primal 4K app, Facebook, YouTube, Fit FM 96.7. I'm your host, Dale Parham, and next to me is my substitute co-host.
O'Neill, one prime, is here today, substituting for Kane. He's here a little bit.
Yes,
doing
yes.
his thing.
We all know that Kane is in South Carolina. He's accompanying Gary White, national table tennis under 15 champion, to the Pan Am Games. It should start. It should start on 23rd.
Yeah.
Yes. So Kane has now he's now a coach.
Player coach.
Yeah, he's now a player coach over there with young Gary White. Young Gary White has been improving over the past 2 months. I must tip my hat also to his coach, Colin McNeish. He has done a wonderful job in preparing this young athlete for this championship.
How do you manage, though? You being a national coach, you have substitute coaches along the line where you have other coaches filling in.
Yes, well, for me, the national coach should take on the role more of a technical director. I believe table tennis is an individual sport. I believe it's an individual sport, and I think that each coach with an athlete should be able to go all the way with that. But as a technical director, you should be the man who's overseeing and helping to set programs along with the other coaches' input. So I think it should not be just one coach that is doing everything. I think it should be a collective effort. I think everybody should have a piece of the pie, and I think that's the only way you can have unity. Because that's more of a practical situation. Because if I'm taking over everything, don't you think I'll be very much disliked? What do you think about that? if I'm taking over everything, don't you think I'll be disliked?
To an extent.
Of course, if I'm taking over your
well, you can't coach everybody. You have to have somebody there who can guide you and show you. That's the reason why.
That's the point.
Even in football, you have the coach of the team, and you still have scouts going out there and looking at talents and bringing back to the coaching staff and saying, "Hey, you even still have an assistant coach."
Of course.
And if a lot of persons may not know this, but the head coach of the team is not necessarily the coach itself.
Yeah,
he's the technical director, is the one who runs the team itself, the first team, and he has assistant coaches who is actually there running up and down on the sidelines, and it's when the technical director comes out and say, "Hey, I used to, it's my time now."
Yes.
And he runs the program after that. So it's good to see Kane out there getting his feet wet, doing a little bit coaching. Hope that this can elevate him into a more of a
you want him to retire?
No, I think this will help him. I think this will help him.
Assist him to go in that direction.
Not the retirement direction, but to improve his own game, because being a coach, he's going to see stuff that him probably say, what?
He's blind to as a player.
As a player, you're not seeing these things. So being on the opposite side of the fence now, he can see things and say, "Boy, I didn't do this, as a player," and he's going to be learning while coaching and while being a player as well. So all good for him.
Yeah. All right. So before we touch back on the Pan Am Games with Gary White over there in South Carolina, let us give you the rundown. Today's show we should be having, maybe, I think he is the greatest sprint coach, Sir Glen Mills. One off. Let's say one off. Sir Glen Mills. Sir Glen Mills will join us in just about 10 minutes. For those who don't know, well, everybody should know who Glen Mills is, but he's the man who is responsible for you and Blake's career.
The two fastest men alive.
Yes, and I'm about to say Lightning Bolt.
Usain
Bolt. He was the man that I thought that resurrected
male sprinting.
Not just male sprinting. I shouldn't use the word resurrect, but helped Bolt to find back himself. Because Bolt went through a period just there after World Juniors.
Chain in the mouth.
Yeah, the chain in the mouth in 2004 Olympics. It was a very bad showing. And in 2005, Helsinki was at World Championship finals, pulled up in the finals out of lane one. and the whole country was down on him at that point. That's probably the lowest point
Of his
in
career.
Bolt's career. And he decided, I don't know the connection. I want to ask Mills about that, Coach Mills. How did Bolt and him, how did they connect? So they connected in about 2000, the latter stage of 2006.
Yeah.
And that
After
was
he left Utah and transition.
after that. 07 came
I think
second,
he had to sit
and then
out.
became undefeated for what, 12 years?
Yeah, I think Bolt had to sit out probably a year or so, year and a half.
Yes.
No activity, just to align himself back into the track and field world. I think Mills did. I don't know what Mills did within that period.
We're gonna have to ask him.
But
those
something
are the questions
happened.
that we have to ask Mr. Mills. But so he will join us in about 10 minutes time. I'm of the understanding that he's currently in England, and he's in the stadium now with his athletes preparing. We have the World Championship just around the corner. So I guess he's out there preparing his athletes. So we'll have him in just about 10 minutes. Now back to the table tennis and the Pan Am Games. Young Gary White, he's a prodigy. He's one of the bright hopes for Jamaica table tennis in terms of the youth, because over the past couple of years we haven't had any success in terms of making that transition from a junior to a senior player. And I've been watching this youngster over the past maybe 3-4 months, and I've seen great improvement in his game, and I can see where he's now challenging the senior players of the country at 14 years old. So I really have to say good job by his coach, Colin McNeish again. It's great job. He's doing wonderful things, and I think Kane has now taken this youth under his wings, as a mentor. So I hope, as I said, they will start playing maybe next week, about mid Wednesday. So we should have that match streaming live on our page. All right. Now let us go on to the thing that's on everybody's track and field.
Ooh.
Track and field. Is a triple S. Shelly, Sharika, and Shakari. What are your thoughts about the race with Shakari Richardson beating Sharika Jackson?
I watched that race around 4 times. And to be honest with you, I thought it was more of Sharika running to coach's orders. I don't think.
Oh, you know that though. Why?
When you look at
what
you can, well, being a former athlete, you can know when someone is running to coach's orders.
You're a former athlete.
Yeah, man. I'm a former athlete, man. in my high school days.
I know you have your nephew is a big
my nephew
star.
is a champ star and also played Coles for
so you ran for KC. Or you ran at Sports Day? Which one?
I ran for KC at couple track meets.
At Sports Day.
At couple track meets. I was at the reserve team for champs. The year 2000 and I think it was 9 when we won. And when I was in 9th grade and we won champs. We won back champs after a good period of drought that year. I was part of that championship year. But you have coaches' orders, and they normally tell you when you go into a trap meet or whenever meet, they say, here what? You're not going out there to run. You're going out there to just give me the first 30. Drive phase, and after that, they can slow it down or whatever. So based on the race, how I watched the race, she didn't look like she was running hard. She was go out there.
I hear people say she was tightening up at the end when she heard the giant footsteps.
No man.
That's what I heard. She ran up. She tightened up at the end there.
No man, she ran. She was basically told to run and just finish the race. Just go out there. Don't try to exert yourself. Go out there and do what you have to do. And it's so strange that they will say that against Shakari, but you saw that 200.
Yeah, I saw the 200.
And you saw the time.
Yeah.
And herself was, if you look at her eyes, she was like, wow.
Yes.
21.86, she was like, that looked like she had something more in the tank.
Yeah. Well, for me, that 100 me, I tend to agree with you. I would side with you. I don't think that she was giving it her.
She wasn't giving it her.
I thought that she was running under instructions, and even after the 200-meter race in Monaco, when she ran what 21.86.
21.86, yeah.
Her interview after that, basically, is showing you that it's coach's instructions.
Yeah, man, it's coach's.
Everything she alluded to her coach, everything in terms of running the race. we're working on the curve, the corner.
Yeah.
Right?
I think for the 100, she's working on the start.
That's exactly what I think it was.
And for the 200, she's working on the curve.
The curve.
But I think for me, the most impressive race was Shelley. That 1082. That 1082. Her first 100. She was sluggish out the blocks. And how she finished that race, that top-end speed that she had, I didn't know Shelley had top-end speed at this age. But she went out there, she executed, and the time, somebody's in trouble,
well.
Somebody's in trouble.
I think Shelley is definitely the favorite. I would put Shelley as a favorite going into this race. Maybe not based off of form. Most people would probably pick Sharika, but I'm going with Shelley based off of experience. And I think Shelley still have a lot more to give. They would have to catch her, and I don't think that can run down.
I'm calling Sha'Carri a fluke. I think what she did, she managed to do something that she had not done in years.
Sha'Carri is a superstar.
She ran,
can't call her a fluke.
And she ran, and she won the US trials.
Yeah,
that's the first hurdle. But
and it's the first time she's ever doing this shit.
For me,
Sha'Carri looked more stable. She looked more stable than ever before.
Stable, but
of course, mentally she looked more stable.
Looks at it. I'm not.
They don't give her a chance.
I'm not calling her. I'm telling her right now, today.
Yeah, so she have no chance in 100.
Sha'Carri probably finished fourth.
Fourth.
Okay. You see these 1.5 races are just 1.5 races,
But she should have the experience of rounds.
Rounds at championship level is a total different ballgame.
I think somebody said something to me. That she's very competitive. So even in the heats, she don't want to lose. You believe? You buy into that? That she's so competitive that she want to run the fastest times in the heat.
In the heat, she's very competitive, and that can be a downfall.
Or is it somewhat of a marketing kind of thing for USA?
No man,
they like to
exert.
Pump up. Yeah, they like to pump up
that one
so
athlete.
She don't want to lose any of the races. Running through the rounds, if it means that she's gonna end up running a slower time in the finals.
And it can be, she's competitive, but being competitive can be also a downfall because you have to know when to be competitive. You have to know how to do it. You can't go in a heat and trying to beat everyone. You have to know when to run those times. Fair enough. I think that would be her downfall. I don't see her finishing. I don't see her winning neither second. Ooh. And I'm calling it as a fourth place, third best.
All right. Let us see. So we heard about this. You heard about this? Is missing a drug test. The fastest woman over the 100 hurdles. What's her name? Toby. Producer, you heard about it?
Yeah, man.
What's the case?
3 for the year. She missed
3.
Not 1. She missed 3.
I think that's
There's
it.
No excuse for that.
So you think she soup up?
She missed 3. There's no excuse for that.
All right.
Full turbo. That probably means she's out, the third strike.
I don't believe that you should miss more than 2. Maybe 1, but when you miss a second,
I don't think you should miss any.
You don't think not even 1?
Not even 1.
But sometimes circumstances, you probably things do happen.
I don't think
everybody deserves a second chance. I don't believe in 1 strike and you're out. But I don't believe in the 3 strikes either. I think that 2 chances is enough. You missed 3 drugs.
It's a drug test,
Exactly.
It's not drinking water, peeing a cup. It's a drug test. I don't think I should miss any.
If she's in trouble, I don't think so. I don't think she'll.
Look at what they did.
Our runner,
Christopher Taylor.
The Christopher Taylor thing, I still don't understand.
And it's just
I don't know
one.
The full story of it. It is.
But that's different. That's not missing.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even missing a test.
Yeah.
And she missed 3. And he didn't miss any.
No, he just decided not to take it.
Because flight and everything that happened within that time. He told them where he was going to be.
Don't you think that's an excuse though? Come on.
For who?
You need to just pee in a little plastic bottle before your flight.
Well, if you were told where he's going to be, and he didn't show up at that time, he left. And the thing about with Christopher Taylor, he was always in communication with the team, so he wasn't hiding. You get me? He wasn't
With
hiding.
Jatko,
He was
yeah.
in communication. He was saying, "Hey, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. The flight is there." But with this particular runner, you missed the test.
Well,
Missed.
sad story. Sad story.
There's no
Sad.
excuse.
Very sad, very sad. But I think this girl, I think she'll be out for this championship, and I think maybe maybe Tapa can squeeze away a medal now, but because this girl is by far above everybody, she's running some incredible times, and she'll be out. So I think we'll probably have one or two more medals. I think Danielle Williams for the 100 Earls, she's also an experienced runner, so she should be there as well. What are your thoughts on Miss Gabby Thomas now? American. She's now the
new face.
Yeah,
the new
the 200
Shakari.
meter, in the 200 meter, in the 200.
She's motivated.
Yeah.
But again, I don't tend to buy into American runners like that. No disrespect. But the thing about American runners is that they tend to just show up at these one-off races, and then when it comes to the big event, they tend to just fall off. And I'm not. She's motivated by our own runner Jackson. And she looks the part.
Yeah, man.
She looks like she wants it.
The one answer is it's Sharika, hands down. Everybody else is running for second and third.
It's the rounds, And I keep telling persons, when I look at these Diamond League events, I'm not buying into someone coming up and just running this fast time. It's the rounds that counts and what he can do over 3 rounds.
I predict her to come second. She'll finish second.
Beat Shelley?
She should beat Shelley. That's if Shelley decides to run the 200.
I don't think she would.
Yeah.
The funny thing about it, Shelley doesn't like the 200. She hates 200. She's improving.
She's improving.
And the running, I think persons don't really know this about track and field, but when you want to improve your 100 times, you run a lot of 200. When you want to improve your 200 times, you run a lot of 400s. Give it that endurance and where to pick up your speed and where to shut it off and done. So the more 200 Shelley is running, it's improving her 100 times. And even at the trials, how she came out the blocks in the 200, she covered the field within 60 meters.
Yeah.
The entire field was covered, including Sharika.
Yeah.
It's coming off the curve now. Sharika just say, "Hey, it's my time now."
I move away.
Yeah, but I'm looking for big things from this Jamaica team. And speaking of Jamaica, we have a lot of things in store for Jamaica.
All right. But before, let us touch a little bit on the male side. Where we have Civil not looking so good. Well, he hasn't been running much on the circuit really. Apart from the national trials, you don't really see much from him. Our Watson
from the MVP camp
don't win a race since the trials. But again, he's probably working on different things, the MP.
Was that a fluke?
No, I think Fana, Stephen Francis know what he's doing. These races is in preparation for something, for the bigger picture, right? So I think Watson probably is working on the start or some part of the race.
Stephen knows when to get his athletes prepared.
Yeah. If you know when to taper down and
know when to build up, and that's the thing with the opposite of US athletes. They tend to peak early.
They run fast right throughout the season.
Yeah, and then when it comes to the big thing, the main event,
and a lot of them normally, in all fairness to them, a lot of them, the US athletes are burn out through the NCAA. There's a lot of running, there's a lot of through the collegiate system. A lot of them come to the big championships tired because of the long season. Season. You think our season long? Their season is way more hectic.
I think a lot of persons have been even talking about Jackson, the amount of races she's running.
With Sharika,
how many races she's running? She's active on the scene, and they're wondering if this can play into her not winning the 100.
Being tired. I don't think Sharika is have that, what do you call it, that acceleration, that explosiveness to beat Shelley. I don't think she have that that burst like what Elaine Thompson have.
Yeah.
I don't. Sharika is just powerful, But you see that little gear, that little change of gear, I don't think she have it.
She have it over 200.
Well, I don't even think she have a change of gear over the 200. I think she's just strong and powerful.
So you're saying that she reminds you of no one else.
She's not explosive.
Because even with no one else, it's the same thing. I don't think he has a gear up or a gear down. I think he's fast.
Yes, and strong.
Yeah, and he can maintain
so
that speed over a longer distance. But to gear up and move further.
But you see that Veronica Campbell acceleration that's digging to the turf. You see that Elaine Thompson top end. I don't think Sherika have that.
She has that. She's strong and she can maintain speed.
Yeah, of course.
She gradually increase and then you see it where there's flat line and that's she. After like over the 100, I watched her over a lot of 200 meters, and when she comes off the curve, and I run 120 meters,
just that step
she's max, and that's her.
Right through
the way. She's maintaining that.
We don't want to come out for the maze a little bit. Let's your schoolmate, former KC old boy. I think he's not a Jamaican though, right? He's not representing Britain, but he's originally from where, which one of the
Antigua. Is it Antigua?
Janel Hughes.
Wait, what was the question?
Which country is he from?
I think it's at Antigua.
Antigua.
Yeah.
Went to school in Jamaica.
Went to Kingston College.
And decided to run for England.
For England. You think he have a chance?
Yeah. He's the fastest in the world. Yeah.
You think he have a chance?
Realistic chance, yeah.
And he's also coached by Coach Glen Mills.
Yeah.
So you think Zarnell can upset the field? I think it.
Who is there to beat him over the 100?
I don't think Zarnell have a chance.
Who is there to beat him over the 100?
I think he's so surprised at the 1086. My God, 1086, 986. Sorry. No, he's shocked, to run 986. I don't think him can win this finals.
But who's
there? Run 98.
But who's there? Looking at the male field in general.
Somebody from America will step up.
Who is there? You're going to have no one else to run the 100 meter?
And maybe the Italian.
Currently he's having a slump in form. But you can't use that judge it.
You can't write him.
It's 3 races to the finals.
Exactly.
You can't write out Curly.
Yeah.
Trevon is out. But Curly, probably Coleman, who knows?
Of course. Coleman not really informed still,
I know, but Curly is going to have 3 rounds to get to the final.
But there's no male in form right now except for Zarnell.
Champion? Curly?
Curly's the
champion.
I don't.
Running good enough. The 2 African running like 2 break.
Tobago.
The 2 African, both Tobago and
Omanyala.
Run well left the 2 Jamaican them yesterday.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Wait, hey, I was saying, Africa, if them investing in sprinting, they would be right there too.
When you look at male sprinting though, and you look at what Bolt did.
Hold on, we'll check the stats. Africa never win 100, eh?
No.
Never.
No African country.
Win a 100 meter Olympic or World?
Never.
The closest Frankie Fredericks
which country?
Namibia.
Namibia. Okay, yeah. Frankie Fredericks.
But when you look at these times, and you compare to what Bolt did, these guys are running super slow,
No.
9:86.
Bolt is a special case, man.
I even look at what.
Bolt is a special. But it can't really. It's a special.
Look at Johan Blake's time, 100 meter time, and compare it to the rest of the field.
Johan Blake was also a special run.
When last someone has run 9.7 as a male athlete?
I think the Italian guy,
Jacob?
Peter Bridgen. Marcel, 9.80 flat. Okay.
I've not seen a male sprinter run 9.7 at
Coleman. I think Coleman ran.
How long ago was that?
2 years ago. The runners now, they're all within 9.8, 9.7, 9.75.
9.8, 9.9.
I know. But listen. How many, apart from Bolt, Gatlin, Tyson Game, and Yuan, nobody don't go below 9.75?
I know.
And Asafa. Oh, we shouldn't really put, but yeah. It's okay.
And that Gatlin alone, that other one.
It's just a handful of runners, though.
Yeah.
A handful of runners. So it's not an easy thing.
So is male sprinting not just in Jamaica, but
female sprinting is stepping up.
Is male sprinting on a decline, or is it just where it's gone back to what it usually is?
Gone back to what it was with Raymond Stewart and all of these guys. Even though
Donald Quarry and everybody.
Donald Quarry was exceptional. Donald Quarry was a bit like Bolt in the 70s, like how boat is to us now in this time.
So it's
So then DQ,
9.76 in 2021. I don't see nothing since that.
of course.
It's the same time in 2020.
That's what I'm saying.
it's been a while.
They're all about the same range, right? It's between 9.76 and 9.8.
So we're going back to what the bolt effect is
It's dead. It's over.
dead, and
over.
it's gone back to what male sprinting is. The
Toboga was
9.8.
saying that he was going resurrect it, but Toboga is way off. You know, him run just like Bolt. He run yeah, him have a lot. Him run just like Bolt. But male sprinting overall, it is where it is now. You will see what is impressive is the 200-meter runners.
Yeah. Night, the US athletes.
That is what is impressive now. The
What
200
Jamaica
meters.
200-meter runners? They're impressive.
How about Jamaica's runners overall?
Hudson is our best at 20. We still no sub 20.
Watson
I was
and-
looking for
and-
Akeem Bloomfield, but apparently Akeem Bloomfield is still injured.
and that US athlete.
Which one?
Not the US athlete.
Norman.
Jamaican US. US Jamaican. What is it?
Hudson is not sub 20.
Not sub 20 yet.
No, I'm still not sub 20. If you
So-
can't go 19.6, you cannot medal. 19.7, you can't medal. You cannot medal with this field. No one is trying to break the record. That man is hovering about 1940, between 1940.
I don't think he will break it still.
All right.
I think it's up. It's beyond him. Because like I said, he runs and he's strong, but to accelerate,
Him do have that speed.
no.
All right.
Bolt
We'll
was
see.
a different breed, you know. I think if Bolt had the chance, and if
The
he
chance, you're saying the chance, or you think if Bolt
decided
had
to
more work,
run,
a bit more work ethics,
that would have been probably 18 seconds.
I think he would have gone 19.0 something. I wanted to ask Glen Mills if he ever clapped Bolt in training.
I think so.
Running below the world record.
I think so. The thing
think
is,
so too.
hand time is they don't like when they use hand time. In the
Remember, said both high school coach admitted years after that Bolt was running 10.3 as a class 2 athlete, you know, and did not tell him.
I don't think that's true. I think that's a legend.
That's a legend?
Sorry, yeah, it's a legend.
By Mr. Is
I remember.
McNeil.
I remember Dwight Stones. I think it was the high jumper. Claimed that he had broken the world high jump record many times in the gym and left the barrier up for his coach to see the next day. I don't know how true that was. I don't know how true that was, but that's what people do. You break the world record in practice all the time. Hand timing is not the same as real timing. You know?
But Peter,
Yes.
both had to be doing that time at that time at 13, 14.
No. I refuse to believe
running
that.
21. What was his record in the
I don't remember. I don't remember.
2002, he's about 15 years
he
old.
broke the world record.
Running
for
20.
junior record. Junior record.
20.25
Yes.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
world junior record.
Running that time, Peter, you must run at least
19.9.
at least 10.2.
I know. Sometimes the crowd lift you up, you know. I think that sometimes you do something in front of the crowd you
Both
can't
was
do by
special
yourself.
from day one.
I think that
From day one.
again, being a former athlete, I've watched
Hold on. We're going to have this farmer athlete thing going on.
I've watched a lot of the athletes in training.
Yeah.
They run sometimes that you're like, this is grass, you know, and you're like,
Froggy, just for the sake of the audience, what sport were you a farmer athlete in?
track and
What
field.
was the event? What
Track
was the
and
event?
one
What was
and
the
two.
event? One and two? You ran the
Yeah.
1 and 2 for Kingston College?
At
Yeah,
sports day, himself,
no,
sports day.
Family Sports Day?
Reserve. You were
reserve on the
Okay,
on the
I
first
find-
string, but
All right,
one
but
and two.
people, you know what time is it now? Is a midpoint, and it's time for sports commentary with Peter.
All right, let me just greet the audience. Greetings. I can't. Coach Glen Mills is having a difficulty. He told me he'd be on in 10 minutes. So people, please keep your fingers crossed. I'm hoping to get Glen Mills. If I don't get him now, I must get him. But I will get Glen Mills. He's in England and he's having a difficulty getting to his apartment to log on. So we're waiting on that. This week has been a week. All we're talking about is athletics. The talk has been that Sharika, did she actually ease up to allow Sha'Carri to win? I went through it. I brought on the splits. I did the maths. I did the integration. I did the differentiation to try to figure out was she on the instructions or what? What I can tell you is that she might have a bad habit, you know. I've seen her lose races before by mistiming the races. And she might have simply mistimed the race, but Sha'Carri was absolutely admirable in that race. She drove right through the finish. I don't think the time was all that spectacular because a week before I was in the stadium and I saw Sharika drive through under 10.65. It tells me that if Sharika drives through, which she's capable of doing, she will easily win the big 100, come world champs. So if we can predict it next week or we can predict it now, Sharika will run the race of her life and will possibly challenge Flojo's world record. All she wants is a 1.8 meter per second win. I mean, Flojo got a 4 meter per second win in her race, right? Let us be honest. Back to Flojo. The anemometer, which is the thing that measures wind speed. Somebody go and check that out. The wind speed meter was labeled too high for the long jump pit, which was right next to where she was. Some people are now saying, yes, the wind was high, but it was a crosswind. I don't know if it's a crosswind, but I can tell you that Flojo did get some assistance in that race. Now, also in that race, the new Jamaican, Gabby Thompson. Gabby Thomas has now been made an honorary Jamaican. Everybody's saying the girl is Jamaican because she won the US trials. And so the big showdown was yesterday or day before yesterday, I think it was, between Sharika and Gabby. And Gabby seemed to have pulled up or at least slowed visibly down in the last 180. Now people going to be saying they're on the instructions and all this kind of thing. But our girl Sharika is really running well. She powered her way through the race like she had something to prove. She had a weird facial expression after the race. Did you notice it?
Yes,
she was doing something weird. I don't know what it is. It's only when people, I don't know, like you had some bad eggnog or something. Somebody has to go explain that thing to me. Last week also, I don't want to stick to athletics alone. We saw the return of Shellyan. And what a girl looked good. She did a good time, first time out of the blocks. She was magnificent. She eased down and still she did 10.8, something like that. And I'm glad to see her. The only return we're waiting on now is the return of Elaine. But Franose, not in my cabinet. He's not allowing her back into the fold. And we pleaded. We tried to soften his heart. I even saw it somewhere. Some people were asking for political intervention, that maybe Andrew can fix it. Call up Elaine and call up Frano. A bit like how Bruce Golding called up Mavado and Cartel. You remember that? A bit like how Bob Marley called up Eddie and called up, who did they call up with Eddie? Michael Manley. You summon them and you say to them, you people need to fix it. You people need to fix it. The Watson family been doing very well. One Watson win National Table Tennis Championship, one Watson win the 100-meter championship, and one Watson got $250,000 for building a statue of Usain Bolt. Did you guys know that the statue was built by Kane's dad? Well, Usain went and looked at the statue. And in a rare occasion, Usain could look at the statue, look at Usain and say, because Usain normally can't say this with anybody, but Usain look on the statue and says, I'm a better looking guy. So I give that win to Mr. Bolt. Mr. Bolt wins a lot, but he win this one. And Mr. Watson, you also got the prize. Yeah. The Watson family. I'm going to check in later. Some of that, $250,000. Last week, Wimbledon finals. Djokovic didn't do us proud. Lost to Carlos Alcaraz. But you want to know the truth? Yes, I have excuses. All of us at Primal predicted Djokovic could win. But let me tell you this.
Not me.
In the match, Djokovic fell. I counted it at least 10 times. And even though the Bible says he must get up every time, my God, man, the floor was the grass was very slippery. And Djokovic had a difficulty because Alcaraz a young boy now, in flying all over the place. But Djokovic was having a problem staying in the game. And let us all admit it, that we were all wrong, but none of us could have predicted the grass would be so slippery. And so congrats to Carlos, but we'll see you on concrete next time, my youth. The Gleaner had an article about table tennis. I have been getting a lot of calls about this article. And the article is, everybody's wondering, will I speak on it this week? You know what I mean? Everybody wants to know what I have to say. But because I'm such a gentleman, I'm saying the president of the Jamaica Table Tennis Association has a question to answer. How did this happen? So I'm not going to tell you all how it happened or why it happened because I don't know. But I believe that the president of the Jamaica Table Tennis Association, Mr. Andrew Liu, they call him the Chinaman, so I'm no longer the Chinaman in table tennis. Andrew Liu should step up to the plate, grow up here, and answer, tell us what has happened because we're not looking good. You agree we're not looking good?
Not looking.
Nobody wants to talk about it. And so Primal will, if Andrew wants the time, I will give you the time on Primal to explain what's going on. And second to last, Sweden is going to become the next power in table tennis. The Swedish table tennis player, Truls Morgath, has been invited to play in the Chinese Super Leagues. And the same thing happened 30 years ago with Walner Pearson and Appelgren and all them. They went to China to play. If you send me to China, I promise you, Minister, who's the minister? Babsy? Minister Babsy, if you send me to China, Jamaica would be great. And Sweden is going to be great because I've been watching Truls and his results are getting better. Did you notice that? Truls is beating up the second grade Chinamen very easily. No, nothing is complete without the ladies. Ladies World Cup is going on. And what are my thoughts on Women's World Cup? Why am I not touting the Women's World Cup? Why am I not promoting Women's World Cup? Why am I not excited? Well, here's the confession. Women's World Cup is nothing. It's to me, I don't think women's football should be on the level of a World Cup. You know, women's football remind me of I was watching a race with soldier crabs when I was at a hotel on the North Coast, or a donkey race at a family fun day. I put Women's World Cup at that level. I hear these women want to strike because they want the same money as Cristiano Ronaldo, the same money as Lionel Messi. They want the same money as call the Frenchman, as
Mbappe.
as Kylian Mbappe. Why would the women deserve that kind of money, my lord? Mm-hmm. I mean, football is watched by 1.something billion people when we're playing the finals. It's watched by probably a couple 100,000 people when the women play in the family. We're playing the thing, and it's mostly friends and family. So let us get real and stop trying to elevate women's football to the level of men's football. We have to be fair. It's not the same thing. It's like watching a Corrigan cricket match on the beach at Hellshire while taking a suntan. That's Women's World Cup. That's sports commentary. What say you?
Okay, sir. I tell you, I'm gonna beat your body. Well, people, the WhatsApp line is now open. It's 876-552-7406. That's 876-552-7406 via WhatsApp only. Yes, Peter, you spoke about Women's World Cup. And they have the Women's World, they have problems with it, you know. In terms of sponsorship and viewership, I think they were giving it away. You know, now instead of people bidding for it, you know, they have financial problems, but it is what it is because if people don't watch the sport, that's what's gonna happen.
Actually, I like it still.
You like it?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
I think I watched.
Which match you watched so far?
I watched that match last night. That match was good.
Haiti match?
Haiti and England.
You know,
very good
Haiti
match.
Doing well in sports now.
Very good match. And
They're
Jamaica.
stepping up in most sports. Most sports. Even the football team, the Asian team is pretty good.
No, Haiti went World Cup before us, you know.
But
Step down.
they're stepping back up, I mean. Back up. Even the table tennis. Is on a rise in Haiti.
But speaking of Women's World Cup, I think Jamaica's a match later. Australia is how much hours ahead of us?
We have a match at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah. We and France. Jamaica and
You guys
France.
are watching it?
Yes, man.
I'm going to watch it. I'm
watching it, man.
I was about to tell
I was speaking on your behalf.
I'm watching it,
I was
man.
about to tell the viewers that, you know, the World Cup kicked off on the 20th, 2 days ago. You know, and the reggae, what we call them, the reggae girls?
Reggae girls.
The reggae girls will be playing tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Versus,
against France.
I'm the one that called it, you know, that they're going through that group, you know. We're beating France. We're drawing with Brazil.
Beating who? Let me tell you the odds, people. The odds for Jamaica to beat France is 36-1.
Be a betting, man.
36-1.
Unlike the show, but I've been on points so far, you know, because I called that Alcaraz game and I
If
told you guys, you know, Alcaraz winning that match, you know.
Yeah, I soon touch on the Alcaraz thing, the tennis thing, but the odds is 36-1. Jamaica, I don't think we have a chance.
No, we have a chance, man. It's pretty much almost the same team from 4 years ago.
Yeah,
and they are more experienced. A lot of the players are playing on the European scene, not just Khadija. And it's a more experienced team, a more rounded team.
So and you pick Jamaica to come out of this group?
Yes, man.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. Well, let us see. Let us
Yeah,
see.
why not? Yeah.
I think the big stars what USA is
USA and England.
USA is a big team, the team to beat.
Yeah, USA is a team to beat. They are the defending
I think they
champions.
beat somebody
England is
3-0.
right behind.
England.
England is right
Sure.
there behind them. Yeah,
What
USA
about
beat
China?
Vietnam.
China was once a powerhouse in
Yeah,
football.
it's I think it's China, US, England, Germany, Spain, and
Sweden or Norway.
Sweden.
Sweden or
Sweden.
Norway. It must be Sweden. It must be Sweden.
But I think the final would be US England. If all things being equal, should be a US England final.
US England final.
Yeah, man.
England has never performed at any sport, so you don't expect them to be there.
I don't expect England to be there for sure for this
England has
one.
never performed at a sport. Not
Well,
even cricket.
Oh, Brazil once had some good female players.
There
You know?
was one girl that was phenomenal.
Marta.
Yeah, but it seems as if Brazil have nobody now.
They always have a good team, but the US
That's like the male side.
yeah, they always have a good team, but I think the European teams and China, they are just always one step ahead of Brazil. US has always been dominant. England has always been there.
So, Froggy, you think it's fair for these ladies to be asking for equal pay? You think it's fair for these footballers because nobody watch in terms of the viewership is very low. You think it's fair?
It's still a sport.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you think it's fair that they should get this? They've been voicing, campaigning for equal pay and stuff. You think that it's fair?
It's fair.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's still it's the same sport. They're still doing it. Probably they're still doing the same work. They're still going up and down. It's still 90 minutes. There's nothing different about it.
There's nothing different.
Just sponsorship.
Oh, so if I sell more stuff, then you think it's fair that me get same pay?
Why not?
Remember, in men's football, you know, in terms of marketing and advertising, the sponsors get more mileage from men's football because the products.
Look at it this way: beach volleyball,
seen by millions and millions of people.
Beach volleyball
So
is dominated by female.
Female work in terms of the viewership. There's no. You think it should be? It is fair. You really think it is fair that they should get equal pay?
Not say equal, but
if I sell more,
close,
if
close
I sell
enough.
more,
Close enough.
if I sell more than you, should we both get the same money? No,
That's a different.
no, but it's the same thing.
Football is based off sales.
It's sales, right?
But it's what they're doing. They're marketing the males more than the females. But
That's a bigger market.
but
Let me
they're
tell you
still
something.
exerting the same.
No.
Oh, yeah, it's the same sport. But
I
you're
have to join you guys.
it's the same sport, you know.
from ever since. When it comes down to the male side, it's always dominant that way.
So
Unless it's a sport, unless it's a sport that with a little glamour to it or a little more of other things to it. But generally, sports in terms of men and women, it's normally even women tend to watch more the
That's
male
true.
side
That
than
is true.
even the
because
own
the
gender.
female side is not marketed.
So you think it's marketing, even
It's
with
marketing
the
is a problem.
WNBA,
It's marketing, yeah. But it can't rule out the fact that
You're probably right.
it's still the same sport.
No.
you probably have a point. You probably have a
By the way,
point.
did you notice something? Today, you're in orange.
Yeah.
I'm in green. And somewhere in the
Neutral.
middle is the
Yes.
neutral color
Yeah.
of the NDM. I mean, what a coincidence. What's the coincidence of that?
Yeah.
For me, it's the same sport. It's still NBA, it's still basketball, it's
But
still
I'm
football.
selling more than you.
Yeah,
No, yes,
So I
it's
deserve
marketing.
more. I'm selling
course,
more,
of course,
so I
of
deserve more.
The
That's my point.
NBA is a higher quality product than the,
The
WNBA.
Yes.
You have flowers and you have brambles.
They don't.
You have pretty.
Say don't,
and
you
you
don't
have
give his point any in terms of
no.
marketing.
You ever
point.
play marbles?
Yes, I play. Marble.
The marbles that are clear and shiny,
Yeah.
you call them pretty.
Yeah.
And the other marbles that chip up, they call them rocks.
Rocks.
And similarly, NBA is a pretty league, pretty franchise.
Yeah.
Good to watch, big audience. The WNBA is a brambles audience or a rocks audience. And it's have nothing to do with male, female.
So
and
there's no acrobatic kind of thing. There's no
How can you
excitement.
compare the quality of a Michael Jordan or a LeBron?
At least Leslie.
to the girl where them lock up a day in the thing. It
Right.
can't be the same thing. The
Yeah.
product that cannot sell as high.
They're not as explosive. They're not as quick. It's not as
Yes.
entertaining.
Yes,
to
yes.
view. Yeah.
It's like you're making jerk chicken
Yeah.
and I'm making chicken cordon bleu. It's not the same thing.
it's not the
It
same.
doesn't sell at the same
No,
price.
I have decided, Peter, with this
Yeah.
one. When it comes
And
down to the physical part of it,
Yes.
in terms of the excitement and
Yes.
that, there is no comparison.
It's strange, because
But if we're talking about singing now, that would be different, right?
no.
There's a reason I don't watch Manning Cup, I have never enjoyed watching Manning Cup. It's a bunch of kids chasing a ball.
It's
Yeah.
weird. because
Mark, if the shirt is purple, then or in my case blue,
Blue.
you might get excited.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's just a bunch of people kicking up and down.
You know why I say it's weird? Because if you were to develop a male netball team, the male netball team will sell more than the Sunshine
Nonsense.
Girls.
Utter nonsense.
Think about it.
Utter nonsense.
If you were to make a male netball team, you'll have more persons filling up the arena just to see
no,
these men
I
play
disagree.
netball.
I disagree.
It's a sport like netball.
Yes.
It's not, people watch it, it's not just about the sport. There's other things.
No, I disagree. Again. You will get into trouble. But let me tell you something. You have to understand, and a lot of people who watch netball don't know. There's a lot of artistry to netball,
No, yes.
Yeah, no.
There's a
It's a bit
lot
like
of artistry.
like gymnastics kind of
And so if you think just because you are a male, you're going to out netball some women netballers, you will not.
It's not out netball, it's in terms of pay.
Let me tell you something. Did you know? Did you saw the?
Flexibility and turning and twisting.
Did you look on Primal Sports Group
Mm.
on Facebook? Free advertisement, Primal Sports Group. But did you look on Primal Sports Group and saw where a bunch of old men beat up the U.S. national women's team, 12 love?
Wrexham.
Thank you. So you're watching the sport.
Wrexham.
Yeah, they just ball the women because women don't know, but you salad them, you go around them. Oh, a woman must can do those things.
Peter,
But
it's
apples
where the
to oranges,
physical part.
It's not physical, it's
You can't
skill.
compare.
It's
You
skill
can't-
level.
I think it's a bit of both.
It's
You don't
skill
think so?
level, yeah.
Of course, it's skill level. Of
Yes,
course, I give
yes.
it skill. But I think it's a bit of both. When it comes on to football, basketball, in terms of the physical part, it have more value. Table tennis now, there's a lot of women can beat the men in table tennis. You have top 20
who get
men who
most
get
pay?
beaten by women,
A top 20 woman beat a man?
No, a top woman beat a top 20 male. In
Um,
table tennis is more like, because table tennis is more technical. Like, it's physical but it's so technical.
no woman at any level in the world can beat a legit top 50 woman male player.
Check
I
the
don't see
records. I bet you. Check the
Okay,
records.
we're going to have to go fight that
We're
one.
going to check the records.
Be-
Are you gone 50?
Yeah.
What's your
And in
record?
lawn tennis, lawn tennis.
No,
no
it's
woman,
absolutely impossible.
No woman.
Why is that?
no
Peter?
woman ranked in the top woman in lawn tennis cannot beat a man in the top 150.
Not even 500. Not even top.
We're going to have to big
Strength.
Why is
big-
that?
eh?
Why is that?
Strength
Strength.
and power. from
Strength,
man.
Because you
power,
require more
and
physical.
skill. Yes,
But
yes.
table tennis is technical. It's highly technical. So a woman have a better chance of beating a top 20 male in table tennis than in tennis. In tennis, they have no chance.
I think
Check the history. I'm taking the Chinese team.
you know I was checking some
other.
other things in athletics. The women's world record is about what, 10.5, 10.4 Windy did somewhere around
It
there.
was 10-4-9 or
Yes,
something like
yes.
that? Yeah, 10-4-9.
And I want to tell you, if some schoolboys run that, the coach beat them. I think it's about 5,000 men have been under that 10.5 second rate.
Well, physically, we're superior to women.
Superior.
Of course. In terms of physical.
What about in chess? Why are there no women chess champions? What is your thinking on that?
Wow. Well, Deborah Richards is one of Jamaica's best. She was a table tennis player as well. In chess, Deborah Richards, yeah. So,
Yeah, what
she's top class in Jamaica. So I don't know about the chess. You have to tell me the history.
Could she
of
beat
that.
a man?
Of course.
So in the world top 10 now, if I go and look, will there be a woman capable?
All right.
Seeing as it's not a
so
physical.
chess is mental, right?
I didn't say that, you know, boss. I just saying. Is you,
The problem is you have a 28-day cycle that sometimes women become they become unstable, right? So you have a cycle where men don't have a cycle.
Yeah.
So I know you call it Naima. Thanks for calling. Welcome to Primal Sports. Naima? Yes, I know it's you. What's up? What's up?
You checking the ID?
Greetings.
Calling on behalf of all of the women.
See?
We are going to have to
Wake up the ants nest.
The World Cup. Oh, you heard about it? You heard about the sponsorship for the World Cup? They had problems.
Naima?
Naima?
You said what?
No, you heard about the sponsorship problems that the World Cup had, the female.
No, I'm joking saying that we're
Oh.
going to sponsor them, being
Okay.
that nobody likes to see women on the field.
No.
They're boring and nobody's watching them, and it's only 100,000 people. We need to get it together. We need to so what would be needed to increase viewership and the excitement for women?
I from the survey, most women don't even support their own sport.
Yeah, but should sports be about supporting your own or just what entertains
No.
you?
I think it's more, but it's a culture. It's a culture that develop over time still. So
Dale, do women have a responsibility to watch women play football?
no,
Do women have a responsibility?
no.
Because I don't watch men football because it's men, you know.
The guy say don't watch Money Cup, and
I just watch ball. I watch ball. So I watch quality ball.
Yes,
And if the
all right.
women step up their game, I will watch it. That US women's team, when Mia Hamm and them were playing, was worth
saw it.
watching.
Of course.
And that Puerto Rican girl was keeping goal. That was worth
And the
watching.
Brazilian team back
And the
was
Brazilian
good.
lady, Marta, was worth watching.
So that was a long time ago. So
I-
what's happened since Mia Hamm?
No, the US team is a good team, and they got into Rapinoe and all those people
And
got
Alex
into
Morgan,
the gay advocacy and all that kind. It's a bit of a turn off, but the quality of ball is just not as good as it was before to me. And maybe what I was watching was dominance, because the US had dominance, right?
Yeah.
The other team. So, but women's football on the whole for me is just not as interesting. I don't watch Division 2 English League either, and I don't watch World Paraplegic Games. I don't watch it because I want entertainment when I'm watching football. I want to see Cristiano Ronaldo put the ball through one thing. I want to watch Leon Bailey go around some people. That's what I want to watch. Nobody wants to watch a bunch of women chasing the ball they can barely catch.
Come on. No.
Barely catch.
Boy.
So we move from. No,
But
man.
you are defending them, Naima. Please,
Go ahead, Naima.
defend them.
But give us some idea.
Rough, man.
We're just teasing, man. We're just teasing.
Go ahead, Naima. Go ahead.
So, Naima, what do you think about the equal pay?
Another thing is chicken cordon bleu better than jerk chicken?
No.
Pulled my car off the road.
All right. Naima, walk into a hotel and ask the price for jerk chicken and rice. And then ask a cordon bleu. And give me a call. Give me a call after that. One product sells more than the other.
It's better.
No, but,
Escargot is nasty.
I know, but there,
Caviar is nasty.
yes.
Yeah.
But prices are set based on perception largely and
Yeah.
quality. What are the levels of quality? And so some people feel that it's a chicken cordon bleu, which is a poor example, might be at some higher level than jerk chicken.
Yeah, by the name alone, that's what chefs go to school to learn. To
Well, there you go.
technique, but
Yes.
it still doesn't make it better to me. We know what, usually it's the mom and pop shops along the shore, that nobody's heard of. That food is way better than the 5-star restaurants. We know this.
I know. And let's not dwell on the example too much. What I was getting at though is that not everybody can ask for equal pay. If the jerk man start block the road and say, "Oh, come Pegasus sell chicken cordon bleu for 30 US and theirs is only 5 US," it's not fair. It's not about fairness. It's what people want to pay for what.
The market that you're into.
Yes.
You on the road there. You can't sell it for the same price. You have to pay for
So,
ambience and setting.
so let me just, before I go home, apologize to all women for my
For your comments. Yes, man.
misogynistic, any perception of misogyny on my part. I'm just saying that football was not what women,
It's not
Okay.
just football.
Okay. As a Peter, clear that up.
I will personally take that apology. We all do, hopefully women.
Yes.
And I want a t-shirt as restitution. Every color, okay?
Well, you would have to make a choice. At the table here, we're presenting two clear choices, You can either be with the orange people or the green people.
All right. I'll pick the green.
All right, then. All right, then.
Yeah, man.
All right, superior show, guys.
Thanks to
no
you.
problem.
Yeah, bye.
Way better than ESPN. To the world. Peace.
Thank you.
Alright.
Good.
No, but it goes back to what I said. It's about the
Yeah. Go ahead.
it's a marketing, of the sport, and
I do.
it's a marketing that makes the females because
to liking something. So I do agree with the marketing.
It's the
part. It do
marketing.
have it play a big role. But culture in terms of culture back then, it is what it is. That's how.
even when I look at golf, there are some male sports you're wondering why they even getting so much money. Look at golf, and it's very boring. Yeah,
No, because you don't understand.
I understand golf.
Hello. Welcome to
Primal
Primal.
Sports.
This is Joel.
Oh, George.
Producer. I have some information to give you guys,
Yeah.
which is answer the question about chess.
Oh.
So in 2002, Judith Polgar defeated the world chess champion Gary Kasparov.
Wow.
That shows women can do it.
All right.
2003,
I told you, Peter. I told you.
The U.S. national blitz champion or world blitz champion was a woman.
Told you, Peter. One thing, Joel. Joel, hold
Yeah,
on.
hold on, hold on.
Joel. Joel, hold on. At what age? How old?
No, I don't know the age. So it doesn't matter.
No,
It can be
it's important for me because I have something to say.
Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. But let me just say one quick thing.
Yeah.
The exception never proves the rule. The exception proves that it's an exception.
But I told you that Deborah is a chess champion.
if a lady, yes, and all I have to say to that,
are able to beat men at chess.
yes,
Very highest level.
yeah,
I agree.
Mr. Moyoung, dog bites man, but if man bite dog, that is news. You understand what I'm saying? So there is an exceptional situation.
This is where I am from Primal News, from Primal Sports.
All right.
Just giving you the news.
All right, good. Well, that's good. That's good.
All right,
And by the way, I'm not saying that women can't do certain things.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Even if
I was about to say now.
Yes.
Age is critical.
Why?
I'm not going to get into it today, but the age is critical.
That's what he's trying to say now.
There's
My brother,
there's a time when things just
Dale,
balance out.
Dale, do not go down that road. Do not go down that road.
You know what I told you that Deborah Richards
Yeah.
she's a champion
Really?
in chess in Jamaica.
but look at
Yeah,
it.
man, yeah, man.
I'll ask a question. In track and field, who gets paid more? Females or the males?
Tell us.
I
I
don't
think
wonder.
it depends because if the quality
It
of
depends on who
if the quality of
if
the
you're a
100 meter
star.
is going down.
Your pay is determined by your agents,
Yeah.
Your agent knows the demand for you and it's supply and demand.
Yeah.
So people will want to watch Shakari run far more
Yeah.
than they want to watch somebody who is Mr. Watson.
Yeah, of course.
Mr. Watson run faster than Shakari. But
She'll get more appearance fee
Yes.
because she bring more viewers to the whole race.
I think it's really two sports that is causing all this hullabaloo
What,
in terms
tennis?
of pay. In terms of pay.
Tennis.
Football and
I think tennis.
I think
women-
tennis. I
I
think
think the
tennis.
women in the
Football.
In tennis
so what's the
somewhat
two
deserve-
sports you talking about?
Yeah.
I think it's football
Football is
and
one.
It's tennis. Tennis gets
just-
equal pay.
yeah.
But
Tennis,
I
tennis
do-
gets equal pay, and they deserve it.
Of course they
because
deserve it.
because people watch women's tennis.
Maybe not now, but before.
Okay, maybe not now,
I think football
but
is a
people
big
watch
problem.
women's tennis.
So they
In,
deserve
in the
it.
in the Serena years,
Of course.
Serena was getting equal pay with the men, and she deserved it.
Yeah.
You're not going to get me come here and say she don't deserve it.
Yo, Serena, millions of people watch tennis because
But which
of
one?
her.
I
And you know
agree.
that female tennis is very exciting.
Well, no,
For
I don't
more
know.
than one reason.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
No, I don't
yes,
find
yes,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
anymore. Not anymore.
I find it's watching women's tennis nowadays is like watching.
It has fallen off.
It's
but
watching
when-
lobsters
when
swim
we're-
swim in the
Growing up, when I was watching Martina Hingis and the Serena Williams
Yes,
and the
yes,
Venus Williams and they're coming track, Sharapova, it was very exciting.
You know what you're
I
watching?
wanted to
You know what you're
watch-
watching? Is a competition you're watching. But in
Yeah.
terms of the quality of tennis, isn't it?
I wanted to watch more.
But isn't competition exciting?
Yes, yes.
And not
Yeah.
that level. Forget the level.
All competition is exciting. All competition.
They compete.
And
Ding
then
dong, ding
you
dong,
are
ding dong.
behind, you fight back, you dig deep. It can happen in prep school football. It can happen in women's football. It's interesting. You're behind 3 goals, you score back 2, and all that kind of stuff.
Second sport at NBA. I think it's football and NBA is causing this hullabaloo.
No,
In terms of pay, equal pay.
how you can have equal pay in NBA? I don't understand.
That's what they were lobbying for as well. They wanted
there's
equal
no
pay in
chance.
NBA.
There's no chance.
They wanted equal pay in
NBA is
NBA.
based on
Football
money.
and NBA.
No chance.
No. You remember that the NBA players, some of them paying the salary of the double NBA.
Yeah. There's no chance.
Kyrie Irving must pay some donate some millions of dollars to a franchise.
But how do we fix it though?
Why we need to fix it? Why we need to fix
broken.
it? Why do we need to fix it?
The women them want more money.
No, man. Women will always want more money.
No, man. It's about your skill and what you can bring to the table. I don't believe in fixing anything.
I don't believe in it either.
No.
So so PNP and JLP agree.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yes. I wonder what Mr. Watson doing.
People, and just to let the fans know, I'm still trying to reach Coach Glen Mills. 10 minutes ago, a while back, he said 10 minutes, and I still haven't gotten him. So I do apologize.
Yeah,
we have to get him back on some other
time. It's rough, Peter. It's a rough time now.
Yeah.
And I think the viewers would understand. It's a rough time. It's World Championship.
I know.
It's coming up. 29 days, 28 days.
Under his guidance and things. So, well.
And he still has the fastest man this year, Jarnell is the fastest man this year.
Yes. So,
and I don't hear nobody saying Jarnell is that thing, but that burst that the man produced in that race. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. It reminded me of Donovan Bailey, 1996. Was it 1996? You remember when Donovan Bailey jump up and saw Trinidad man Otto, saw Otto and Frankie, and they were pulling at him. And I never knew it was possible to increase your speed in the second half of the race.
I really want to. I would love to really get Glen Mills because I want to know as a coach, how do you train these top athletes separately? For example, even Frano, when he had
but what I saw, if
Ilian and Shelley in the camp, and Sharika.
He will answer, but let me tell you something. What I saw was when Bolt and Blake were training, it was an era of competitiveness in what was going on. Mm-hmm. And I think it certainly lifted you and Blake game. Mm-hmm. It lifted his game because Blake became a threat to Bolt as a result of being in a good camp.
Because in my head, I'm like, how?
Blake at one point, we were wondering if it's in 2012,
yes,
Blake was going to beat him. You remember that race?
And the fast start you're talking about, where Bolt took off his thing, there is because of the presence of Blake in the race. He knew Blake.
A lot of people.
And so I wondered how
Blake was beating him in
because
training.
I heard that.
He has Zarnell using his camp, and he has Oblique Seville. How do you train them separately? How do you?
We have to go ask him next week. It looked like we have to go ask him.
I have a lot of questions because I'm sure my female audience want to know how I'm doing training a female.
Yeah, I got that question too.
Yeah,
I got that question.
I'm sure because I've never heard a Mills.
Well, maybe you have the same belief that you believe in, say, 28 days.
Oh, the cycle?
I hear you coming up with some theories there that going to get you in trouble.
Being unstable at certain times.
No.
I'm going to tell you this, that a lot of people need to learn this. And don't shy away from it. You cannot train a man, a teenage girl, and a boy the same.
Why?
Because at different times, the hormones is different within the body, and it can affect ligaments, it can affect tendons. So you have to know what you're doing. It's not just...
So Dale, tell us about the hormonal effect on ligaments and tendons, because I don't know it.
What I'm saying, at certain time of the month, certain things is high in terms of hormone. Men we're pretty much stable right throughout. We don't have the up and down in terms of the hormone changes within the body.
So you're basically saying that women are unstable people.
They fluctuate.
Careful,
they vary.
Careful.
No, I don't have to. It's medically
yeah, be careful. Yeah, but you have to be careful how you flock around.
No, it vary. It vary, and everybody knows this. So you can and it have an impact on the body. So like girls, they tend to have more Achilles injuries.
Really?
Of course.
I didn't know that.
Of course. So you have to be very careful. You have to know these things in order to train them.
So do you think Mr. Mills knows these things?
Obviously. Come on. The man do the science, sports science. So you should have an idea of all of these problems and issues. Women they're difficult to train. It's not easy. Some days mentally.
I wish you had said that when Naima called earlier on.
Yeah, I think Naima would agree with.
I think Ilian
that women are more difficult to train.
No.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question.
You have to understand You have to
You are
understand the
very quick to
chemistry.
point out the negative. You
It's
didn't
not
notice that.
negative,
Well,
it's-
yeah, just 1 second.
No, being up and down is
Just
a
1
good
second.
thing, you know.
Just 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
Just 1 second.
Go ahead.
You're very quick to point out the negative aspects of the woman's cycle.
Yeah.
But there are some positive times in that cycle too.
Of course.
When the woman certainly exceeds the man based on her hormonal status.
I do agree.
Right.
I do
So,
agree.
so therefore, would it not be therefore good to?
And what I agree to, having a variety or change is not a bad thing.
How you find that?
I think
You
when
enjoy that?
I think when you're on one level, you tend to become more complacent in every aspect.
So women are
I
less
think-
complacent than men.
Let's what?
Complacent.
Of course. Yes, I do agree. I do agree. And if you really look at it,
Yeah,
I do
to be
agree.
careful.
I do agree. I do agree
You're
with that.
getting yourself in all kind of
No,
trouble.
I agree with what you just said.
People, we have Dr. Dale here.
So women are more complacent than men.
No, they're not more complacent.
Yeah. Less complacent. I'm
Less
sorry.
complacent. So that's a positive.
Yeah,
That's a positive.
I learn every day.
But it's true about the Achilles and the MCL
Yes.
and the tears. It's very you can research it. It's true. It's true. So I did courses with it. So and the info they tell you cannot. You have to know when to taper it down. You have to know when to add. You have to know when to reduce. You know, you can't train in the same way as a male.
I see.
Teenage.
With the alien issue though,
Elaine has a lot of foot problems and injuries. Oh, you tell in
She
terms
going
of
to the
Fana,
team?
in terms of
she going Budapest with the team for the
Um,
relays,
for-
or she?
For me,
I want her to be. there.
for me, I hope she don't go. I think Elaine is a legend based on her accomplishment, and I don't think Elaine should go to a world championship to sit down to run to run the heats. She's not gonna run the finals.
I hear everybody saying that she should go back to Fana.
Why not?
Shelly left, and Shelly has progressed without Fana.
But that coach was
So-
from MVP. That coach actually break off with Shelley is under now. That coach was from MVP.
I understand, but Shelly
Same
left.
structure.
Both of
As a
them
matter of
left.
fact, that coach probably was the same coach that was
coach.
coaching her while she was
Sure.
at MVP.
Exactly my
Because
point.
that's what I'm saying. Even with table tennis, a lot of people say Boulan is a head coach, but you have many coaches that work individually with the specific players.
That's true.
And
So what
that's-
I'm saying is
that's
that
the same thing. Mr. Francis is a genius, the man who put the program together.
Is he
And
though?
then them have assistants that's working personally.
So
with
who
one
gets the
person.
credit? The assistant or the man at the top? Because I think the assistant
In-
is the
in-
one.
No,
Is-
yeah, but I've heard them coach. I've heard them
Okay.
credit the direct coach as well.
The man.
So to be
Because
fair,
he's the
to be
one
fair,
that is
I've-
there, you know,
Yeah.
in the sight of the athletes, you know. He's the one pushing them and he's the one
And
telling them
I
when
love,
to do
I
this.
love track and field model. Because track and field is an individual sport. Yes, TT is an individual sport, but it's a dual sport at the same time. But I love the model of track and field. You know, and I think if individual sports can adapt that, you know what we do wrong?
Tell me.
In table tennis here,
Yeah.
I coach you,
Mm-hmm.
right? I coach you for 2 years. I working on you. I know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I working on.
Yeah.
And then for 3 weeks or a month, another coach must come and coach you.
You mean like a national program?
Yes, it's madness.
Mm.
It is madness. If you're gonna have a national program,
Yeah,
have
but-
have it right.
But let me ask you a question. If you're sending a squad to England to go and play in a competition,
Yeah.
are we going to send 4 coaches for the 4 players?
All right, let me break that down now.
Yeah.
In-game coaching
It's different than
from,
training.
from preparing and
Of course,
athletes.
of course, of course.
So you can always have you can always have a coach that can do in-game coaching. But in terms of the preparing part, the preparation phase, it's important that athletes.
I don't think every club has that structure, though, you know, because based on what I've
Yeah,
observed, based on what I've observed,
Yeah.
when Usain Bolt talks about his coach, and I've been close to that relationship too.
Of course, yeah.
Me and Bolt used to live in the same complex, and I've observed the personal connection between him and that coach.
Yeah.
So Glen Mills was not no head coach. Glen Mills looked like
A
a
direct
personal
coach.
coach to
Yeah.
me.
I
And if you notice, even now, when Usain is hitting out him say, coach said this and coach said that, he's very loyal to his coach.
Yeah.
And has a lot of confidence in his coach. You notice that?
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But
That's what I've
but
observed.
I think racers don't have the variety. So I would understand why Glen Mills is more hands-on with each one of his sprints.
What do you mean the variety?
I mean, they don't have 400 hurdlers, they don't have shot put, they don't have discus, they don't have high jumpers. That's what I'm saying. MVP camp is probably structured a bit different because of
But listen,
different disciplines.
yeah.
But I do agree.
Yeah.
Mills, to me, he's more hands-on with all of his
I
athletes.
believe, and I don't know this to be a fact,
Yeah.
but to take a sprinter and to tweak him to become world level and world's best level is a special skill. We're not talking about a university which have 6,000 people and you pick out the best and send them go and then you say, Frano. You know, I'm talking about this man identify a sprinter and work with him.
Yeah.
Right? It's no coincidence that
Raymond
Jarnell
Stewart.
Hughes, and we can name them.
Yeah.
And clearly this man knows something about tweaking a sprinter to make him the very best on the planet.
Yeah.
Right?
I do agree.
Something special.
I can't wait to hear from him though.
Yeah.
Peter,
Yeah.
We're gonna get him back. Because he seems to be.
I want to get Glen Mills when he's well comfortable.
Yeah,
Sit down,
he was in the
and-
stadium, and I didn't want. He wanted to leave the stadium to call us because of the noise in the stadium. That's what he said. So we'll get him back. I do apologize for that.
Even with Ilian leaving, I don't think leaving was a problem. You know, it's when she left, who she took up as the coach.
No, even when she was leaving, I had a problem because she left with a kind of hubris about her. She was leaving and saying, "There's nothing more I can learn from MVP." You remember that? That was hurtful to me because I mean, it's like she's trying to say that there's nothing more she can learn, and she can go. She's headstrong and she'll go by her own thing. At the same time, right afterwards, I started to notice the skin bleaching and the tattoos. And even though there's nothing wrong with tattoo because I'm a Cartel fan, and simultaneous with skin bleaching, and Andrew free Cartel. But so I'm just saying, what I'm saying is that I see nothing wrong with that, but it's indicating something to me. It's indicating a kind of, it's like body piercing and body modification. It's showing me a rebellious side of your nature. Right? If me and you start talk, and all of a sudden I see you putting an ears ring and bore your nose and start put some dark bone tattoo on your face and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I know something going on.
Of course.
Right. It's showing you that something going on. And she's having inner turmoil. You know? Most people come to me on the table tennis table and ask me, "Oh, I look so peaceful." And it's like I'm floating above the thing. It's because I'm at one with the universe.
Yes.
I'm not trying to fight the chi,
Yeah.
the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's clear to me that the
something's
people
wrong.
with inner turmoil, you can just look on them, and you see that they have a thing. And at one point, I was wondering, I see Ilian running, and she look a bit more like Cartel before jail. Cartel turned dark, and now him come out of jail. I mean, in jail, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you're probably right, though, Peter. Good
She
observation.
appeared. I look at those kind of things very closely.
You're right, because even some of the articles and you know, as if Frano was saying something, it wasn't really. I'm not really telling.
He's softening a little bit now in his stance.
Kind of, but you hear what I'm saying? There's problems with family and this and that. And
yes.
You give an instruction and then
the husband reverse it and all that.
Yeah.
Who's the husband? You know anything about him?
Never say husband, him say family.
He spoke about the husband as well on
Yeah.
social media. Who's the husband?
I don't
know.
Is
he an athlete? Does he know anything about coaching?
Apparently, I guess he must be certified in
I know, but do you know him? Was he a sportsman?
No, I don't know of him.
You never heard of a Hira?
No. Never.
Okay,
never.
we must go research it.
But he must, and then maybe coaching Elaine probably open up more doors as a coach for him as well. He's coaching.
Oh, really? What the resume show now? What does the resume show? You took her at 95 and took her to what? No, what does the resume show?
Yeah, point taken. But you know, you can still have it. You know, you coach the double.
No, man, you have to land the plane, man. You can't take her as the double sprinter and know she can't make the team. That's not an auspicious.
She had her issues, you know. She had her injuries in between. So
true.
You don't think injuries impacted, but I guess Frano said he kind of know how to manage.
You have to manage injuries too, you know.
Exactly
the work
point.
you're giving them, you know, and you have to give Frano him credit because he was able to produce, notwithstanding her challenges.
Yeah.
But the husband could not.
Yeah. She was injury plagued from, I guess, high school.
I know this. That's why I said Frano can say he managed her.
Of course.
Whereas the husband can't say that now.
Yeah.
Mr. Hira.
Yeah, she's going through problems.
I'm wondering how direct was Frano to the athletes. Was he a direct coach or was he just like the head coach?
I guess he.
No, man. I've been up UTech and see that man. That man sit down in the shade and coaching. He's watching and telling you things. He's always there.
Yeah.
Would you agree with me?
I agree.
He's always watching and coaching. I don't know why I say to them,
Even if
But-
you're the head coach, though,
Yeah.
you have to be there. Though.
That's what I'm telling you. That he's always. I always see him there.
Side and side
Yeah.
with them, but for things that you can relate to the coach or relate to
Yeah.
them individually, but you have to be there.
Coaching is a funny thing, you know. A coach I can be playing all day long, and a coach, somebody who is better than me at analyzing something, say something to me, and that saved me several days of training and working out. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I know things I could tell Peter no to that could have given me 5 more national championship. Believe it or not, yeah, it could have won 5 more titles. With that one adjustment.
Well, let me tell you something.
One adjustment, Peter could have won 5 more.
There's a rap album, you know, and it says it takes a nation of millions to hold us back, you know. It would take a nation of coaches to coach against me, you know.
Yes.
For me, I think Ilian will be back still. She's just going through a little phase, and I do hope she go to the team because for me,
you want to see a legend go sit on the bench.
But yeah, I'll tell you something. You know, the shelf life is not long, and if she wastes this year because of arrogance and pride, she's gonna miss the opportunity.
She has a really,
it's not like you think Fana gonna take her back.
Let me say this.
And ask.
Olympics. There's another Olympics coming up. This year was just a 3-year cycle. Yeah. So Paris must be next year, don't
Next year is Paris.
So there's very little time left. Yeah. And I wrote it on Primal Sports Facebook page. You guys check it out. But Primal Sports, I wrote it that if the Prime Minister or if somebody of stature, the head of Primal Sports, call in the 2 combatants and say, in the interest of the nation, we don't like one another. Prove to me we can work together because this really a gold is important to us.
She will be
this 1, 2, 3, the 1, 2, 3 again, you know, is important to us. We could do something like that, man.
She will be a part of the team. I think.
But before she announced her decision to move, you know,
I
was just waiting for the next year.
The rumor was running.
To break the world record.
Yes, that was the next step. Yes.
Yeah, I was right, and then all of a sudden I hear she leaving camp.
Yes.
And I said,
but look. If Sha'Carri can fix her problems in 1 year, why not Elaine? You understand what I'm saying?
Did Sha'Carri have a problem?
Yes. She had the same inner turmoil I spoke of.
Of course.
When you met about...
She get rid of the wig now, you say, right?
Yeah. She ran 2 wigless races, but you could see that Sha'Carri...
She's a nice girl, Peter. You listen to her. Sometimes I listen to some.
No, she still have some bad energy.
She still have some
bad... I sense some bad energy. Even a little remark about the birthday girl, I didn't think it was coming from a place of camaraderie. It wasn't coming from a good place.
Yeah.
You know, it was coming. It had the kerfuffle of victory because she win. She had talk up the things. And by the way, as a frequent and often winner, when you win, you know, you sometimes want to talk up things, you know, and I have to be controlled. Yeah. You have to be controlled when you win because the people don't take losing nicely. And I'm always.
She lost the other day.
Yeah, she lost some other race.
I know, but if you notice when she won the race, how she was going on, it's a bit over the top.
Yeah, I think.
If you notice when Sherika won, Sherika just did the eyeball thing and just come off.
I think she was shocked at the time. She wasn't expecting a 21.86.
How could she be shocked with that?
She said she was training hard the day
If you look at the condition of Sherika, it's obvious she's going to produce these kind of times.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
She knows the times she wants to produce, and I don't think she will expect it.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I disagree because I watched her interview.
A heavy workload the day before.
Yeah, but Dale
wasn't expected.
She wasn't expecting.
You know what I saw? There was an interview at the stadium, you know, and she said she wrote down that time 2 weeks before, and she glanced at the time before she ran the race. You didn't know that?
She always tend to do that.
Huh?
She always tend to do that. She write down her time.
So I don't think she was surprised with her time in 200. The 200 had Gabby Thomas in there. But once she had Gabby beaten, she coasted out the race. And maybe that's why she was surprised at.
Things when she won, she saw the time, she's like, really?
You think that's why the eyeball thing, man?
Yeah, after the heavy workload, you're not expecting to go out there and produce a time like that. You're expecting to produce a much slower time. Because But the time,
you know
when
something?
she saw
I'm going
the
to find
time-
out. I'm going to find out.
Yeah, man, when she saw the time, she was like,
no, what I'm
yo,
trying to figure
wow.
out is what she was trying to do with the expressions. You know, I couldn't figure out the facial
And
expression.
I wanted to tell Joel something. If Joel listened to that interview, after the Monica race with Sharika, she said coach's instruction. And she said
Yes, I heard it.
She said it.
But what that
more
mean?
than once.
What that
Coach's
mean?
instruction, man.
Is that
that
excuse for the 100? Was it an excuse for the 100?
Beaten by Shikari,
Yes.
she was
Coaching
under
instructions. Go out there and run. Just finish the race.
You're there to work on X, Y, Z.
Well, you know, when we said it, when you and me said it,
Yeah.
we were saying it as spectators, but now we heard it from
Yeah.
a farmer.
Come on, Nobody's coach's instruction.
No, we heard from a farmer.
But even with Shelley's race, that is also coach's instructions, you know.
Yeah.
Because it was about try and finish the race as fast as possible.
Okay.
So it's not about getting out the
Shelley
blocks
ran for
because
the tape.
it's not about getting out the blocks as
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
Because she didn't get out the blocks fast.
By the way,
but it's about finishing the race.
By the way,
fast.
did any of you guys watch the Messi debut?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Did you watch the Messi debut?
No, I didn't.
All right, I have a couple questions.
Go ahead.
Why Miami playing in pink?
That's your color.
It don't look good to me.
Beckham.
It don't look good to me. Why is
Spice-
Miami playing in pink?
Spice Girls.
There's some.
It's a Spice Girls collection? Or is it because of the Barbie movie coming out?
No man, that's your color from ever since. Pink and blue.
I've never seen them playing pink
Pink.
before.
Yeah man, that's your color. It's always been their color. From Beckham took it over, it's been pink.
Been pink. A little football goers.
So you like the pink?
It's a good color. I like the color.
Really?
Yeah man, it looks good. It looks
So
good.
Peter, you have a problem with men wearing pink?
No, not at all.
Real men wear pink. It's a nice color, man. I think it's probably the only football team that wears pink.
I know.
It's a
I
nice
looked it
colour.
up. But I hear Messi started on the bench and that Kim Kardashian was there, as well as LeBron was there.
Yeah.
And who else was there? Victoria Spice was there. And
Beckham was.
there's another basketballer was there. The point is, all the Miami glitterati were there to watch Mr. Messi. And he scored a free kick in the came off the bench.
So you think Messi is gonna improve
The league?
the league?
No.
I think they need more stars. And there are a bunch of stars. If Ronaldo had taken the opportunity to go to the USA,
That would be different.
and then you'd have had several stars in the league. But I want to tell you something, Miami tickets sell off, you know.
Of course.
There's no tickets for the year for Miami, you know.
Peter, remember last year when Messi went and played the game in America?
Yeah.
How many times they had to stop the game?
Well, that's what. Yeah. But not just that. Yeah, but it's gonna be a one-horse league because there's no other real world level stars there.
Yeah.
Had Mbappe who was looking at transfer.
I think somebody else is there with him.
Busquets and
Jordan.
Alba. Busquets. Sergio Busquets and Alba is also.
Yeah, but
All three of them used to play for Barcelona. But
they could have gotten if they gotten Iniesta back from Japan, right? So we can watch some tiki taka Miami.
football.
Jeez, and that would be
I think
fun to watch.
it's kind of restricted because they have designated
I think
players.
it's going to improve the league. I think
Messi being there?
Yeah, because him still,
No, because I tell you something. Their game in Cincinnati, which is months away from now, already sold out. Yeah, any game that Messi going to play is already sold out. Can you imagine
There
that?
are games that are actually sold out where Messi will not be playing because he would have been on international duty, and they are still
I
sold
never
out.
figured that out.
Yeah, man,
sold out.
still
Some
sold
people
out.
just,
They're just
people
buying
already.
tickets.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
buying ticket, but he will be on
I think he's
international
going to
duty.
improve the league.
I don't think so.
Financially and in terms of the quality of ball.
I think
over time.
financially,
I think more players will come.
Yeah.
no.
Imagine you see, remember, so LeBron and these guys are global superstars.
Okay.
These guys, you ever see LeBron at a football match? You never see that before.
Them stars love hype, though, you know. It's a hype business, you know.
I disagree.
Yeah, you saw
saw
when they had the motor racing in Miami, the
Formula One.
Formula One in
Miami and LA, two good towns from it.
profiling town.
Of course.
I don't think it will improve.
You don't think so?
That's right. Messi will not do nothing different from what Pele did.
Wow.
Pele played in the
No.
US.
Social media is way more
It's
powerful
just the
now.
social media.
No, social media is
But
way more powerful now than when.
I think if this league
I don't
improve
see.
in terms of money,
Yeah.
I think more stars will come
No,
over.
man. Saudi's
Because
there, man.
everybody want to live the American
Yeah,
lifestyle.
but guess what? No,
Saudi's there. man.
Beckham going to make some crazy money.
I said,
Of course.
Did you
Pele
see
did it,
Beckham
Beckham
face
did
when
it,
the goal score? He was almost crying because he realizes that is the money now.
Yeah,
That's the money.
They can pay more money.
Yeah. By the way, Beckham's son, is he play on the Miami team too?
No,
I heard he was,
and
yeah.
he's now in England, I think, with Brentford.
Them should bring him back to Miami.
Brooklyn Beckham.
Listen, man, watch this league, you know.
Yeah,
No,
so
man.
If it's
MLS?
yes,
Let me
It will
tell
be
you,
watched, you know.
I don't watch MLS, you know.
It's a marketing strategy.
Yeah.
You know. It will be watched.
But
though,
if
you
they
know.
can,
but that's what it's about.
But I don't
The
think
market thing.
the level of playing will not improve.
But is the
that.
level of play bad? That bad?
there's another thing you need to remember too. The Hispanic community in America now has exploded.
Yeah, because
I mean, the other day when Guatemala was playing Jamaica, and I look in that crowd,
Stadium full.
the stadium full. We're talking 30,000 people, you know.
American
The
is-
stadium full, and there were probably 3 Jamaicans there. Vanessa, I know you were there too. There were probably 3 Jamaicans in the entire match, you know, cheering for Jamaica, you know.
Yeah.
And when the national anthem of Guatemala was being sung, everybody stood up with pride and was singing Guatemala. When Jamaica anthem was singing, most of the guys were reggae boys. They don't know the anthem. It just looked away to me.
Peter, you're saying our representative.
Yes.
They don't even know.
They don't know that.
Oh, they're not Jamaicans. That's what you're saying.
I am saying that they're reggae boys.
Oh, the reggae boys.
They're boys. They're not reggae boys.
I don't know.
I don't know why you add that in, so I'm going to ask you. Because it sounds like you said they don't know
But
the
I
anthem.
don't think
You're probably right, though, you know.
Go watch the match again. Go watch the match
I don't
again.
think MLS
Silent.
will improve.
No, man, some were singing. A few were singing. I think Leon Bailey might know the anthem.
Of course, Bailey.
And I suspect Blake know the anthem. But the rest of
Them
them,
and Low know the anthem.
yeah. And they know their part where you go boom. where you go,
Everybody
yeah,
knows the boom.
Yeah.
But
my.
I don't think MLS will improve greatly. It's a marketing strategy just to market the league. Pele went there. Beckham
I
went
think
there.
Messi will make the difference.
When Beckham went there, it's a marketing strategy again, and now Messi is there. I think he just
I think the time is now.
Bale went there.
Bale?
Gareth
Gareth,
Bale went,
yeah.
and
But these
it's just
guys-
marketing.
No, those guys are not stars. Gareth Bale is not a star.
Messi is the greatest star of all time
Since
in
Pele?
football. No, and if you the
not
match
very far.
that he played, the matches I've seen him play in the USA where the action stop every minute because fans are running out. The crowd, the police were not equipped to handle.
This is why I said most stars will not go.
He's gonna get. I hear they say he was walking in some mall and nobody never really knows.
Yeah, I saw
Nobody
the
will
picture. Yeah, wait
until
yeah.
the next 2 months.
Yeah, it was in the
Wait until that-
public
but-
But
supermarket.
not just that, you know. It's not just the fans are starstruck when Messi play, you know. It's the players. Because I remember every time
Damian
Messi
Lowe.
get knocked down, I see Damian Lowe and them lifting up the man and big man. Sorry about that. What was the match going? And Leon Bailey went to the man dressing room to knock on the door. Can I get your shirt, please, sir? You saw it? He arranged with the goalkeeper, who also was the keeper for the keeper for Argentina, was the keeper for Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
And Leon Bailey pulled some ranks to get the treasured shirt.
The thing
Not
is,
knowing that Messi have a bag of shirt in him bag, you know.
but speaking of Jamaica football, we have gone silent since the Gold Cup.
And rightly so.
We haven't heard
Hallgrimson-
anything.
We have 2 international matches in the next couple of months.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think the future of Hallgrimson is up.
It's grim.
Yeah, I think he's facing a grim future.
But I've been saying it, that he has to go.
Yes.
So we're gonna use back
Tapper.
Tapa? No. If you,
Who
no,
we're gonna
that, no chance. No chance.
Carl Brown?
Tapa took 3 years and couldn't decide on 20 odd players. I know, no chance.
With this coach.
And he will take another 3 years.
Okay.
World Cup is coming up. We need a coach.
I think they're using the thing about it, you know, with the Gold Cup. Tapper set the standard for the Gold Cup, you know. If it's not semi-finals, it's nothing.
I don't agree. Jamaica level and the quality of players we have, even by the neutral commentators, it is the selection, right?
Yeah, but-
the group of the pool that we have to choose from. Seeing as we are picking those English guys to play for us, the Jamaica team is underperforming. So Tapa no set no standard.
Yeah, man.
We
but-
need to win
no,
Gold
man.
Cup.
Tapper set a standard,
Listen.
man, because Tapper did what Tapper
Panama
did.
nearly win Gold Cup, you know.
Of course.
Panama, which
Jamaica too.
any of us would tell us is a bug side.
Remember, Tapper took us what, 2 finals? 2 finals, you know.
Yeah, but
One
winning-
against the US,
winning-
one against Mexico. You know.
Winning the Gold Cup.
We lost 2-1 and 1-0 in both finals. And
But you
But
know, so nobody don't talk about that though.
It's a strange thing. And when you look at it, it's around what 6 years, and we went to 5 semifinals, and out of the 5, around 4 of them was the top.
Well,
I tell you the truth, you guys want me to start watching All Nation. I don't watch them something there.
Nation League just come out.
yes, we start watching WNBA.
WNBA is
Anyway,
nice.
Jacob
Yes,
Pieper,
guy.
Jacob Pieper.
Well, you know, we're out of time.
Yeah, it's
We're
been
out
fun
of
as
time.
usual.
Yeah, but I apologize. Maybe hopefully next week we can.
I
get
will
Glen
try
Mills.
and get back to Glenn. I have no clue
Yes,
why
yes.
this went wrong.
Yes.
I
But
apologize
go-
to the fans.
Yeah. So Frogman.
Thanks for
One
having me.
Prime.
One Prime.
Yeah, but let's just big up Kane. You know, I know he's probably out there listening.
Yes,
In South Carolina, they're preparing the young Gary White for the
and good luck to
Panam.
the junior.
yeah.
Good luck to the junior. I'm expecting great things, eh?
Yeah, man. I think he will perform. Based
But we
on-
need a statement from the president on the situation
And-
with the other teammates.
not being able to
Of
attend
course,
the championship.
I saw it in the Gleaner, and I've been getting everybody's forwarding it to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that it's better. Protocols observed. We'll wait on the president to come forward. No, I know, but I'm saying
You have
that
to
it
wait.
is incumbent on the president
Yeah.
to tell us what's happening.
Yes. Okay.
But and then after that, we can
Is
criticize.
this the straw that breaks the camel back for the president?
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
But people, I want to thank all the listeners and viewers out there on Fit FM 96.7, Facebook, YouTube, the Primal 4K app. I'm your host, Dale.
And one Prime O'Neill.
Peter Muyong.
All right. So we're out. So same time, same place next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.